Greetings and welcome to Mount Olympus. I am Hercules Invictus, and today we continue our conversation in the sphere of Cerulean, which on one level is this planet, but it also has other levels that are much more metaphysical and occult, and we're going to be straying into those as well. I have with me two of my colleagues, Ammon, and I also have Michael K. Waterman, who is better known as Setna of Khemet. Greetings
Setna.
and welcome, gentlemen. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you so much, Hercules. Doing well. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm really excited about today's conversation.
Mhm.
We've spoken about the blue healing energy that Setna brings to us, and we've spoken about the blue angels that you are representing and acting as a liaison and emissary to. And now I would like to start putting it together into a structure of activity. I have, if you guys follow me on Facebook, been blessing people daily
Nice.
using the um, structure of the planetary gods as portrayed in neo-theosophy. So Sunday is the day of the sun, and that belongs to Hercules.
Huh.
Monday is the day of the moon, and in my personal understanding, that belongs to Athena. Although there are many different variations of this theme, we're going to work with the one that I find most comfortable with for now. Uh, Tuesday is for Tu in Anglo-Saxon, or
Yes.
Mars in Roman, or Aries in Greek. Wednesday is for Woden. It's Woden's day.
Okay.
It was Odin, and in Greek, that function fell to Hermes or Mercury.
Which is how it got its name, Mercury. Mercredi in French and in Latin and Spanish, Mercredi, which is Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Yes.
Thursday belongs to Thor, and
Yeah.
Greek and Roman, that's Zeus or Jupiter.
Mm.
Friday belongs to Freya or Frigga, depending again who you're reading. And in Greek, that is Aphrodite, in Roman, Venus. And Saturday is Saturn,
Yes.
Kratos. He's a jealous god, so he's also the god of the Old Testament. He was the furthest planet that the ancients could determine, so he became called the Most High as well. But I use his Greco-Roman guise of Kronos, Saturn. So
Mm. Yeah.
day I bless people according to the spheres of the planetary deity that's represented on that day. And although I do stray into Anglo-Saxon and Norse and Celtic and other pantheons from time to time, most of the time I stick with the Greco-Roman because it's the most familiar to people, and it's the one I feel more comfortable working with. So every day there's a blessing from that particular planetary sphere. Now, in theosophy, these are called the Elohim,
Yeah.
and Hercules is the head Elohim, and
I,
also the chief of the blue or cerulean ray, or also called the first ray, which
Mhm.
is concerned with manifesting the divine on this world. So it's basically taking the best things that you can think about or attain, and then using your creativity to do things on this sphere of activity on the planet, in the lives that we live as part of our daily lives, and making things happen. So that's the blessing that I spread every day. And I started recently once a week. I'll probably settle on Sunday, but once a week I also have pictures of blue energy, and I send a special blessing from blue energy.
Mhm. Oh,
So that's what I'm doing with these things, and what I'll be doing with the pictures of the blue energy and the blessings from there as well. So I will ask you both, and I will start with Ammon. Ammon, how can we do something along similar lines or along different lines that will attune people to the activities of the Blue Angels and help us
okay.
accomplish the Blue Angels mission more easily for the betterment of the humanity we all share?
Okay. Thank you, Hercules, for having me here. As you can see, I'm in red. I have the it's Moon in Cancer today, so I'm going with red. like for the crab, red. But I sometimes like to wear the Hawaiian shirts because they kind of give me a feeling of upliftment and fun, like especially like on a Sunday like this, it's perfect. Um, you know, I do a lot of practices myself, Hercules, a lot of daily practices. I bless the world, I bless everyone, bless all my family. Um, but I feel like a lot of my blessing of the world or blessing to the world begins with myself. Um, so a lot of the practices that I do are geared toward making sure that I'm a pure vehicle. I try to have a really pure and healthy lifestyle. And I try to, because I have a chapel in my home dedicated to the Blue Angels, dedicated to Gabriel, Aphrodite, Zeus, and Hera also. But I wanted to share something blue about my practices that help me personally to become a better vehicle and in so doing help humanity. And I brought a blue sphere. This is my
Oh, awesome.
yeah, this is my lapis lazuli, right? Um, Diane and I got this a number of years ago, but I really love it, and I built like a little base for it out of wood, just like a little craft project for it. Um, and I wanted to talk a little bit about lapis because I know Setna, you have some lapis on too. Um, so one of the practices that I do in my chapel is, I meditate. It's a very simple practice. When I was first getting into meditation, I was reading about and studying about Zen meditation. And there was a Zen master who, they were asking him, "Wow, what is the best way to meditate? How do you meditate? Tell us the 10-step program or whatever." And the Zen master said, "Just sit."
I
So
like
what I do, yeah, just sit. So, from there, I mean, everything builds up from there. But what I do in my meditations, Hercules, is and Michael, is I incorporate a lot of lapis because lapis has healing properties and it has spiritual properties. And I feel like my meditations in improving myself, my meditations are about health, like healing if I need healing, um, or really increasing my health. And then the other facet of my meditation is a spiritual insight and guidance. So I wear a lot of lapis when I'm meditating, and I feel like it helps me. Like here my bracelet, here's my bracelet, my lapis bracelet. And of course, Michael, you noticed my beads. I got these from Sedona, Arizona, from a Navajo lady who made these. Um, I have, what else do I have? Oh, I have the sphere, but this is really great, Hercules. I wanted to tell you about this. I think you'd appreciate it. This is my statue of Asclepius.
ah.
And,
Did
and
you
he had,
sculpt that, or
what's that?
did you sculpt that?
No, no, no. It's a reproduction that Diane and I bought a number of years ago. Um, I think it was maybe like a reproduction from the Metropolitan Museum of Art or something.
Mhm.
But you can see this little lapis necklace that I put on him. What I do is I put him by my bed. He's right by my head, by my bed every night for healing and for spiritual insight. So, and then I have a bunch of other things. Oh, I wanted to show you guys this. This is a design that I made, a jewelry design. It's called Starflight. You can see there's a star and then it has wings on it. It's one of my original designs.
Mhm.
So I have lapis, I have a little piece of lapis in there also. So my practice is that I try to improve my health, and I try to gain spiritual insight so I can be a really pure and knowledgeable and effective vehicle for Zeus, Hera, Aphrodite, Gabriel, who is Hephaestus. And I also, in my chapel, I also connect with the Blue Angels. And I believe that these angels that I work with and that I talk with, I believe that they are part of the Elohim structure of our local universe. If I can go with the Urantia book model,
Of course.
yeah, the Urantia book model for our local universe is, according to the Urantia book, 10 million inhabitable planets. I believe it's functioning under the blue ray, and I believe that Zeus is the Hercules, Zeus, right, is the leader of the local universe. According to the Urantia book, the local universe father is Archangel Michael, but I believe that he is the being or entity known as Zeus. And they're directing, he's directing evolution. He's directing evolution in this local universe of 10 million inhabitable planets, I believe, within the blue ray or within the cerulean sphere. And that the League of Azure Blue Angels, especially the angels I'm working with specifically, are one of the groups that work under Zeus, Hercules, Michael, Archangel Michael, so on and so forth. So that's my personal practice, and then my ministry is to be an effective vehicle for Zeus, Hera, Gabriel, Aphrodite, and the League of Azure Blue Angels.
Very good. Excellent.
A little verbose, but
No. It was perfect. And again, we got to hash these out. So we have lapis lazuli, and then we have another schema. And again, these schemas are there are so many different schemas as to how the gods are configured. The conclusion I've come to after a lifetime of study is that it's not so much what's happening cosmically as what's happening in terms of particular effort. So it's like the team doing this is these particular divine energies, and it might be cosmically expressed, but they're tied to the particular initiative. But again, these are ideas we could discuss in future shows. I also meditate, and I too uh, get in touch with what I'm embodying and expressing, and with my function in the world as well, and try to frame everything in that capacity. And I also have one of my meditation practices, it's daily, is remember the song He's Got the Whole World in His Hands?
yes.
I actually see myself expanding in stages from and spreading the blessings from myself to my household to my neighborhood to my community,
Mm.
and so on and so forth until it encompasses the whole solar system and beyond. And then I sit with the earth in my hands and I dispel negativity on the earth with the cosmic blue energy filled with white lightning, which is how it's often perceived in neo-theosophy. And I try to wear away structures that are spreading or causing negativity. And I do this daily, sometimes twice daily. I'll occasionally miss a day, but that's true of anything in life, even exercise and things like that. So we have meditation, something we have in common, and also lapis. I don't know as much about lapis as you or Setna, but I've used lapis in the past before. And now we will go over to Sedna. Sedna,
I'm here,
I'm
and
glad.
as you see, I'm dressed in lapis.
Yes. I feel
This
left
is,
out. I didn't wear any lapis.
now, I want to tell you something. You're going on and on about Zeus and such and things. Remember, today is November 9th. Do you know what happens today? As a seven planet Virgo, Mercury has gone into retrograde.
Ah.
And we need all the cobalt and lapis we can get our hands on.
Mm.
The god Tehute is Hermes.
Hermes, yes.
Mm.
I'll put him so you can see him. This is a
Mhm.
very ancient piece. It belonged to a high priest named Gwydion, Lord Gwydion, who is Ed Brzezinski, who's a very, very famous high priest in New York. This was given to me by a high priestess whose name is Rhiannon, and this was on his altar for many, many years.
Mm.
Tehute is Thoth, is Hermes. He's called Hermes three times greatest, Trismegistus. You
Mm.
mentioned Asclepius, that's his son,
Oh, okay.
son of Hermes.
Mhm.
I also want to say that this is Ptah. Lord Ptah wears a lapis lazuli crown. He is the creator of how shall I say, of creation itself. He is the architect. He is the one that created numbers, letters, architecture, the structure of human beings and everything else. He's sort of the atom creator of all things. He has
Mm.
many other names, but Ptah is most ancient of his names. And here he is, the
Mm.
Lord creator, Ptah. And
Yeah.
like you all, I have, I don't know if you can see him, Michael.
Yeah.
Michael, this is Michael. The sword, the staff that he's carrying,
Oh, wow.
I created. This is a rose
Wow.
quartz. There is lapis and sapphires. And
Mm.
the
Beautiful.
key is for the open to the door of the universe. And
Mhm.
he has the flaming sword of Michael to fight against all negativity.
Mm.
And these
Beautiful.
things are done. I carry with me always, whoops, unless it bounces. This is a tanzanite. It is an extremely rare blue tanzanite. And I carry this with me always. It sends out health vibrations. Michael and Hercules, I should say Ammon and Hercules, forgive me.
Oh, you can
I,
call me Michael. It's okay.
well, being another Michael, I find it comfortable to call you Michael.
We'll be joined by one more Michael in our next shows. So
Michael Del
Oh, there we
Rusi,
go.
of course.
that's my Michael brigade.
Yeah.
We are Mihael. It means who is like God. It's a
Yes.
question. He's a
It's a
challenger.
question.
It doesn't mean who is like God. It means who is like God? Who?
That's right.
To all the evangelists and phonies and false prophets in the world. Who are you? You're
That's
God,
right.
huh?
You
We
got
are
it.
the challenger. We are the warrior against bullshit. And I hate to use that term, but that's exactly what it is. We sort through the gobbledygook, the psychobabble in the universe. That is what Michaels do. We are born that way. I
Yes.
know when I look at the glowing face of my colleague here, I see his energy, and I know the red is the angel Michael is not blue. He's red. He's a warrior.
Mm.
But he carries a sword and he carries a staff that has got lapis on it and sapphires. I wear also
Beautiful.
always on my finger a 4 carat sapphire. This was
Beautiful.
I lost my husband 4 years ago.
Mm.
This was our wedding rings.
Wow.
So it brings him to me always, I know you lost your
Mhm.
wife as well. So these are things we work with. I am just, as I told Hercules in our last conversation, that I have created a large coalition now of people that follow the Kemetic traditions, the ancient Egyptian traditions,
Mhm.
and they're very similar to the Greek, of course. A
Mhm.
little older, if you don't mind me saying so, but just the same, we bring the energy down too, and that's why I brought Tehute Thoth with me, because he is the generator of knowledge. He brings it down, and he's been there for thousands and thousands of years. He's seen with the head of an ibis sometimes. Sometimes he's seen with the head of a baboon. Sometimes, as Hermes Trismegistus, he's an older Greek man wearing a blue robe like I'm wearing right now.
Mhm.
So those energies are there. And, this is why we all can work together. We're all on the same page. And that's
Mhm.
so important. You know,
Mhm.
I never say, and neither do any of you, my way is the only way. And that has been the problem with other traditions for many, many years.
Yeah,
You know, I
yeah.
mean, battling over a star and a moon and a cross. Come on, we're all under the same universe. We are in the Milky Way galaxy, and we are a little tiny galaxy in an entire universe and many other universes falling in upon themselves. We
Mhm,
are interdimensional, and you know, we are all alienists.
mhm.
I believe very firmly. If you look at Taw's outfit, to me, it's a spacesuit. He's wearing a spacesuit, and he has on a cap, very much like the caps the astronauts wear under their helmets. So this is an interesting thing, and he's carrying something called a wasp staff. The wasp staff, if you've ever seen the old video, I saw the sign. That's what he's carrying. It has every Egyptian amulet, charm, and power in it in one stop. One stop shopping. It's all there. So I use these in my meditations. I also, although he is older than we even know, the Archangel Michael, I use him in my meditations too. Purists of Khemet of Egypt have a heart attack. And then I remind them, yes, I'm Setna, I'm West, but my name first was Michael. And so
Yeah,
I'm very connected to this angel. I've always been connected to him. And he did make a physical appearance to me when I was about 4 years old.
right. I remember you telling us that.
Yes. So I know that that's the connection. And every time I meet someone like you and Michael Del Rusi and many other Michaels, I know that we're all brothers. We've all been joined together in that.
Yes.
And then we
Well,
have this amazing god, Hercules, in the middle of
I want
nowhere.
you to know, I want you to know one of my favorite books is The Kabbalion.
Yes.
Yes. I've read that
I had
3
a
or 4 times and I love it. It's the best.
Well, I'm trying very hard to get a conversation with George Tsoukalos because I really like Giorgio Tsoukalos. I like what he's saying. For the first time I watched him, I thought he was bonkers. It's just his outrageous hair and costume and thing. Well, I mean, I'm in an outrageous costume. So I understand, I get him. I see what he's saying that, we were taught by ancient teachers from other more advanced worlds. The Urantia book says that. And to some extent, the ancient Egyptian Book of the Dead does. They talk about starry. Isis tells people that she's from the dog star, from Sotis,
Mhm,
and that Osiris comes from the Orion's belt area, without in the
mhm,
Egyptian version of that. But
mhm.
they all talk about these things. So,
Yeah.
you know, the last century, 20th century, people were laughing at that. In the 21st
Mhm,
century, we're not laughing anymore.
mhm. No.
We know that we didn't, I mean, yes, there was evolution, but who started that evolution? Who made it
Yeah.
happen?
All
You
right.
know, if you got you got oil and vinegar together, you're not going to have a salad dressing till you mix them, right? Somebody had to do that. So
Yeah.
we're in the mix.
Hmm.
So how would we incorporate what you do into something organizational that people could use to tap into blue energies?
Because in my particular case, using the Eye of Horus, which I wear always. I have a small one here, also has a little tiny piece of lapis in it. This was made in Alexandria, the Greco-Egyptian city. Um,
Hmm.
if we focus on the Eye of Horus, the Utshot, and bring that energy through the Eye of Horus, which is the Eye of God, the Eye of Ra,
Hmm.
the Eye of Horus, bring that energy through that way and think about that. I meditate with the Eye of Horus. I then think of the central piece here and sending the energy outward to wherever I need it to go. And that's why, in the way, this piece, I have 4 of these by my goddesses, which, by the way, I don't think of as graven images. I know somebody human made them. I don't pray to statues. I use them as representational things to give people an idea of what might be. It's an it's kind of a focusing stone, a focusing point. I don't use it to be, oh, well, I worship the statue. If it fell and broke, I'd buy another one. It does. It's just a statue. I don't think of that as sacred. I think of us humans and the earth and the energy around us and the stars and the universe as sacred, not something made out of plaster.
Mhm.
I always wanted to make that clear. You know, there is a book that says, "Thou shalt have no graven images before the Lord thy God." And what have you ever been to a Catholic church? I don't mean to be a heretic, but I am. And you see little old ladies kissing the feet of statues.
Mhm.
Those are graven images, guys.
Mhm.
And also in that same book, it says, "Thou shalt have no other gods before the Lord thy God." So what's happening is that God, that particular God, is acknowledging other gods and goddesses.
Mhm.
Food for thought.
Mhm.
And I shock people with that every day. But you know what? It's right there in black and white, usually.
Mhm.
Well,
So use the Eye of Horus. This one is got Upper and Lower Egypt with it. Nahabit, this is the vulture, and she's named Orea, the Upper and Lower Egypt, and also the Nile below them. So as above, so below.
Mhm.
and we're going to have people who have different beliefs, like Michael Del Rusi. He is a Christian, and he's very much tuned to the New Thought movement.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So we're going to have that come in because that also he resonates a lot with the mythical material. He also resonates a lot with the dispelling negativity and doing everything you can to.
Mhm.
And he has
Michael's a
certain
very positive
practices.
person. He's a
Yes,
very positive being.
yes, he
I, I,
is.
I find great
He
love for
prays
Michael.
with white light. So eventually, again, we're going to integrate all that. I'm going to this week between now and the time we meet. I will post for 1 week. I'll post on meditating to dispel negativity. Another week on lapis to dispel negativity. Uh, and what other things would you recommend, Setna?
I want to say one other thing. Lapis, all the lapis in the world comes from Afghanistan.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yes, it does. So
Yeah.
I have very good friends there, and I know they brought me I have the scarab I'm wearing was made in Afghanistan and was then fitted in Egypt. But the lapis itself was carved into a scarab. And so we need to make sure that the East has been protected and given, reverence. The other thing is that in most ancient traditions, lapis lazuli, the blue color, also empowers men, very much so. It's a male energy, and it brings that energy back. We all joke about blue is for boys and pink is for girls. Well, that came from ancient ways. Rose quartz is very good to resonate for women. And it
Mhm.
brings in self-love and also love to others. But lapis lazuli will
Mhm.
empower you. Hercules, if you're not 100%, you should be wearing lapis. Michael will tell you that too. It will help your internal energy and it will help heal you.
Yeah, I don't wear jewelry much anymore. I visualize things. I with my mind I construct them, and they work pretty good in my imagination.
You can't eat lapis, but the literal
Well,
mineral itself
yeah.
on the skin, which is why it's always on my neck, is healing. It
Yes.
resonates to high
You know,
healing blue vibrations.
So
yeah,
I will explore that
Hercules,
next. Yes,
you know, some of the healing properties that I've learned that are associated with lapis is that lapis supports the nervous system and the immune system. And something you might think about. I don't know, maybe you wouldn't be comfortable wearing it on your skin, but like maybe like here I have, like I showed before, I have Asclepius, who is for healing,
yes.
and he has a lapis necklace on. Like maybe there's something that you could incorporate that's not jewelry oriented. I have this sphere. Oh, and I wanted to show you guys this too. I have a little wand thing that we bought a number of years ago, and maybe Setna, do you know? I've been trying to find what the purpose is for this particular instrument.
Michael, that,
Maybe
excuse me, Ammon, that has on it the chakra stones on the
right.
piece of, and that's rare, that has a piece of lapis. If you hold that up for the point, the crystal part on the bottom is the bottom. This part will send that energy skyward or at whoever you're
Mm,
working with. So
mhm,
that is it's a wand. I make wands. I'll show you.
mhm.
Uh, Forgive me for running around.
That's
But
okay.
I think the word
Show and tell time.
I think the word Michael means road runner somehow, rather along the way. But
Oh, and the lapis is
I've always
also
been that
for
way.
the
This is
lapis
the
is
wand that
also
I
for
made.
tranquility. Yeah. Oh my goodness, look at that. Whew.
This is a very powerful wand. It has
Oh my.
lapis, it has keys, it has a very, very blessed Atlantis quartz crystal with it.
Oh, there you go. Oh
And you
wow.
can see the keys on it. It
Hmm.
also has below it an amazing phoenix.
Yeah. Wow, that's gorgeous.
So this, and I make wands, and this
Mm.
one has the keys to represent the keys to opening up all possibilities. I have 6 keys on there, and then one golden key, which is your golden opportunity. And the lapis around it, again, brings that vibration of health.
Mhm.
Um, it's so important. I've always laughed, people think whatever. Hercules, I was thinking if you just get a lapis lazuli disc and put it in
Okay.
your pocket or put it in your shirt pocket,
Yeah,
it's in my
right.
shirt with a shirt pocket.
Yeah, they have
It's
those little
not
discs with a
jewelry.
hole in the middle. Yeah.
It's not jewelry, but therefore, the energy will vibrate within you.
I
Yeah.
I will quest for one forthwith, and I will experiment with it.
Quest,
Hey, there's
quest on quest on Etsy or Temu. You'll get it quickly, or Amazon.
yeah. And
Right.
in addition, for healing, of course, in the East, it's all about jade. Everyone wears a jade disc or a jade bracelet, in Asia for stabilizing the health and health purposes.
It also brings prosperity to those who need it. If you're in dire straits, if you have a piece of jade, it will resonate to the fortune, the Buddha of fortune, and bring you back
Mhm.
down. And also in Rome and in Greece, Fortuna, and in India,
Mhm.
Lakshmi.
I have the double fish here.
Ah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, my wife and I bought it together, because we saw the double fish as kind of the
Luck, yes, it's very good.
luck.
If you put on that the oil of jasmine or gardenia or lotus, it will enhance it even more.
Wow. Okay, will do.
Just call me an old wizard. Those are the things. I've been practicing magic since I was about 12 years old. So, and
Wow.
that's a long time ago. And I've been teaching people ritual magic and such in my way, not just the Egyptian things. I started out as a hereditary witch, as I've told you 1,000 times,
Mhm.
Celtic and Germanic and Nordic, and also with the Greek goddess Titaness, Hecate. Calling her a goddess is insulting. She's far more of that. Like the
Mhm.
Egyptian Nitera, who is Neith, who is time and space.
Mhm.
On so those are energies I've been in contact with all my life.
Mhm. Mhm. So I think Hercules, I think for me, it seems like we're talking like something that we could pass on to like an organization or help in
Yes, I'm planning
help.
on creating an organization that will address specific things. And currently, the first steps are helping people with free books on health and free
Yes.
information on health.
Yes. Yeah. I
So
think it's a twofold. It seems to me like what is kind of developing a little bit is that there's a twofold process going on here. And I think it's what you practice and I practice. And it seems like Michael is practicing this as well, that what we do is we send out the cleansing or the healing or the positive energy outside of ourselves to the world at large, universe, even, beyond universe, beyond paradise, the higher ones. But we also bring that energy, we bring the divine energy, we bring the divine healing to ourselves as well. We ask for that divine truth, and we ask that our hearts be filled with divine love. For me, one of my rituals is, even before I meditate, is I have a jade scepter, a beautiful jade scepter that we got from a Buddhist temple. It's actually the second largest Buddhist temple in the Western Hemisphere. It's called Silai Temple. It's in gosh, where was it? It's in Southern California, but it's just gorgeous. And they have scepters that you can buy. So with my jade scepter, what I do is I will put it up to my head, and I will ask Gabriel, Hephaestus, I will ask Sanat Kumara, I will ask him to fill my mind with divine truth. And then I will put it over my heart, and I will ask Aphrodite, or Mother Venus, I will ask her to fill my heart with divine love. So it's an outward and it's an inward too. I think that, for me anyway, that's how I kind of work with my daily practices.
Yes, that is what I'm talking about. It's basically, again, working with the energies and anchoring the energies into the world, but also doing specific things that are within the sphere of the divine. So, for
Mhm.
instance, one of the things that Hercules is in charge of, or interested in, or does, is physical health.
Mhm.
So, in addition to healing energies and attuning to the divine energies and having them flow through me and so forth, and instructing people, it's also, I have lots of health books that I'm not going to use anymore. So, I make sure that
Mhm.
those go out to my community for free. And I'm not
Mhm.
advocating any one way of becoming healthy, but here's information, and people can have it if it'll help them with their journey. And then when they finish, they can keep the book or give it back, and we'll make sure somebody else gets it. And now that there's economic distress for my local area, I've been listing where the food pantries are,
Mhm.
where the farmers markets are, and all sorts of initiatives that are there to feed people who are in distress. And with health distress also,
Yeah.
what resources are available, who's there to help you, and so forth and so on. So this way, the sphere is expanded to include practical things that will help somebody here, rather than just being on a spiritual level or on
Yes.
a mental level. So that's
Absolutely.
what I'm aiming at. And that's just one example. There are other examples as well. Voting is very important. I'm not asking anybody to vote in a particular way, but we're trying to make it easier for people to know what the issues are, to know how their
Mhm.
politicians are actually voting, rather than what people are saying that they're doing or want to do. And then what are the truths about voting? How can you vote? Uh, how secure is it? And so on and so forth. And this way, people have that information, and it makes that activity of standing up and being counted and expressing your voice to shape the future. And that's a very Elohim thing. That's a very Herculean type of thing as well. So those are two uh, examples. And eventually, this activity, and like Michael, Hercules has many colors. Here in this Neo-Theosophic schema, he's blue, but he's also a sun initiate, a solar initiate, so he's gold. He's an Olympian, which is gold and white. So there's he's the rising sun and the setting sun, so it's orange. So there's all sorts of other colors. The cornucopia and the flowering branch are his symbols in ancient metaphysics. So with the flowering branch, his color is green also. So eventually we will explore all these using the techniques of the crown of the Elohim, which is a whole system of interactive spirituality. But for now, we're just working on blue, just to start off the the uh, the cycle. So yeah, we're on the same page.
I wanted to go back to the health too, because I just did a really I don't know, I just did to me, it's interesting. I did an interesting paper. I think I maybe told you about it, how I was showing how the production of the Urantia book was linked to the Seventh-day Adventists and
Yes, I
yeah,
remember.
and Seventh-day Adventist doctrine. Well, you know, Ellen White received a lot of visions, and one of her very first visions, which was instrumental in getting support for the Seventh-day Adventists, was her vision of other planets and other peoples on other worlds. And later, you know, she had over 200 visions, but she had constant messages. She was talking to the Lord. She was talking to, you know, the third angel, second angel, first angel, a lot of angels. But one of the big messages that she got was about health.
Mhm.
She said, you know, look in the Bible. It says here that our bodies, our physical bodies, are a temple of the Holy Spirit. You know,
Right.
so what she did was she hammered that home with the organization, and she started you know, she started talking about vegetarianism. She started talking about clean water, exercise daily, keeping out the poisons out of the body, you know. And then of course that led to the whole reform of hospitals and sanitariums, you know, throughout the Western world, I guess.
Mhm.
So I'm on board with that, definitely, that that health and health practices are extremely important. Food banks, like you say, people getting really good food, that's a basic. But overall health for us as temples of the Holy Spirit, I guess you could say in the Christian way, that we are the vehicles, we are the ones that shine the light of God and the gods, you know. So we need to be in good shape.
I totally agree. And the way I'm doing it's just a couple of ways to do it. There are other ways too, and other people are going to find other ways of doing it. And again, it's not to find the preferred way or the only way to do something. It's to have the dialogue, to share ideas, and to be inspired to help make the world a better place for all to live in. So that there are challenges, that there is growth, that there is learning, but there's no terror and fear and
Mhm,
the type of things that have been happening since the dawn of time.
mhm.
Setna, what think you?
What thinkest thou?
What thinkest thou, Sedna?
I think that we have to do exactly as you say, um, to get the message out there. I was going to show you one more or two more toys.
Okay.
This one, Michael, particularly is to show you. This is jade,
Oh
100%
wow.
pure Vietnamese jade. And it's wrapped in copper because copper brings in the electrical vibration.
Yeah.
And I was going to say to people too, what we were talking about, if you can focus, get a blue light bulb and
Mhm,
put that, if you're going to meditate, meditate in a blue for today, meditate in a blue environment so that you have all that healing energy coming to you from all directions. So that's something everybody can do. Get a blue light bulb. It's very simple. The other thing is that, we've got to think about blue as positive, not, well, am I blue? Am I sad? Think about it as blue skies, blue,
yeah.
the blue in your eyes. Blue energy is healing and loving. So that we've got to put that out there. You know,
Mhm.
I have one more what would you call it? Wand that I want to show you, which
Oh
is
wow.
rather glittery and energy. The whole wand is made of tiny little crystals. The
Wow.
end
Look
of
at
it
that.
has a piece of black tourmaline, which I also wear. Why do I wear that? Black tourmaline removes negativity. It is,
Mhm,
it bounces it back off of it. It's the
mhm.
reason all the priests and priestesses of the world wear black. It deflects
Oh.
negativity. It doesn't bring it in. It sends it
Mhm,
out. So that's why I'm often seen in black. I changed into cobalt blue for this particular production that we're doing today, but I started off wearing black and I thought, you know what? I have this beautiful blue robe, which I wear when I meditate. And I
Beautiful.
thought, let's go into blue. And I have all over this robe. These are little tiny um, jasmines. And in India, the jasmine is a symbol, and the lotus a symbol of purity and perfection. So I thought that was wonderful to do. And they're all made of real gold, which is really interesting.
Wow.
If those two colors are brought to you, gold and blue, which are my high school colors, but gold and blue will heal you. Gold reflects the solar energy into the body, and blue purifies the energy. So if we can focus on those two colors, that'll help us, all of us.
Golden blue.
You don't care
Mhm.
what symbol, what have you. I mentioned the Eye of Horus because of my traditions, but also it is the Eye of God. It's on the dollar bill,
Mhm.
So
Mm.
that'll help. Focus on that eye, like he's watching you.
Yeah, the lap. I'm looking at a lot of the gold specks in my lapis. Definitely, it's got
Lapis
the gold.
naturally has in it veins of gold and silver. That's one of the reasons it's not sodalite, which then
Yeah.
runs a piece of white veins through it, which makes it the lesser qualities. But sodalite also has a vibration of health as well.
And kyanite.
Yeah, very much so. Yes.
I love
And of
kyanite.
course,
Yeah.
I have a thing for cobalt and sapphires.
Mhm.
But not that I can afford all the sapphires in the world, but and having a tiny little tanzanite, which is also very helpful. It's a beautiful blue stone.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah.
I said I carry it everywhere. This is kind of hard to carry this one. This weighs about 1.5 pounds, and it's cobalt crystal. And it's
Beautiful.
also something I don't want to keep around. It's very powerful. It's surrounded by golden goddesses.
Mhm. Mhm.
But everyone should focus that energy. Never mind the God force names. Focus that the blue energy of the higher force, the all high. This is what I call the universal being, the all high. If we can bring that energy down into ourselves, because after all, we are creations of the all high,
Yes.
we will all, I think we can help heal ourselves. There's very little we can't do if we put our minds to it.
Mhm.
So that's what we will do. We'll put our minds to it, and we will use all this information to give people avenues of experimentation and hopefully healing.
Yes.
The most important thing we can say to all of us is believe. The moment you
Mhm.
say no, you've ended everything. Say
Yeah.
yes. Put the energy out there. Say yes. I
Yeah.
changed my whole life, as Hercules will tell you. I manifested this beautiful apartment I live in Savannah, which is a gorgeous place. I improved my health. I lost 35 pounds.
Woohoo.
Yeah. And well, when my husband died, I did a terrible thing. I lived in New Jersey. I lived near a place called Nasto's, which has unbelievably amazing ice cream. And I was
Oh my
eating,
God.
yeah, I was,
When my
I,
when my wife died, oh my gosh, the pizza and the ice cream was flowing.
well, unfortunately, New Jersey has excellent pizza places. So I had
Oh
that
yeah,
problem too.
I bet.
And this French vanilla that I had in this place ruined my weight. I went from a
Yeah,
size 33 to a
I know.
40, to a 40.
I know. I know. I've been there.
Yeah. I will never be there again, but and also the air in Newark, New Jersey wasn't very healthy. So when I left, I'm in this beautiful place now with gorgeous energy. It is terribly haunted, Michael, in Hercules.
Oh,
I have
wow.
you don't see him, but there's a Confederate soldier that stands between my doorway. And he's there
Mhm.
from time to time. He has red hair, a red beard. He wears Confederate soldier's outfit. He has a black duster on. He carries a rifle with a bayonet fixed.
Wow.
And he also has a pouch, which I believe is tobacco. I believe he died on these grounds. I think it was a battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen pictures of him, so I know he's real, which is even scarier.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a show starting that's going to focus on the dead. So if you guys have stories of visitations and
Oh boy.
other experiences, between the worlds. So we're going to be looking at that more closely as well.
Mhm.
In 2026, I'm doing a soft reboot of everything. So I'm going to focus everything a bit so that there are stronger themes in the programming, and the programming ties together much more effectively than it does now. So yeah, the cryptid show will be regular, the ghost show will be regular, all the different realms that people can visit through astral projection and dreams, that'll be a regular thing. It'll be very structured.
Do you see that what I said is cohesive to what you're working with?
Yes.
Okay, I needed to know, I wanted confirmation from that because it is from a different direction. You know, I'm kind of southeast of you.
That's fine. Again, these are the conversations, and we're going to try different things. I am going to do a different thing in the Cerulean Sphere group every week, and I need to think about this. Like 7 or 8 topics that we went on tonight. I'm going to focus on 4, of course, and every week have one topic and invite people to participate. And this way, we create a good resource for all this. So the color blue, lapis lazuli, meditating in blue light, and something about negativity or eyes. So I'll pick something and I'll do something with it. But it's a start. And
You know, I like the idea of what are your practices to dispel negativity throughout the grander universe,
Mhm.
the cosmos. I like that. That was really nice.
Yeah, that in a nutshell, that's what the focus of this is. There's so much negativity. This is a beautiful and wonderful planet. Uh,
Mhm.
and the experiences here that are good are phenomenally good. Uh,
Yeah,
We need to let
definitely.
this planet love us. You know, we're supposed, many civilizations say we are the stewards of the planet. Well, now we need to fix what we did or we messed up. And also, we need to go back and love this planet so it will love us back.
Mhm.
It's a living being after all.
yes,
Yeah.
it is.
You know, we are organs of the earth. That's the truth. We're part of the earth.
Hey, Alex and I took a hike the other day, because we're in Prescott, we're in Arizona, and there are
How
just hiking
beautiful.
trails, yeah, there's some gorgeous things. They're just hiking trails galore. So we were out by this loop trail by this beautiful rock structure called Thumb Butte. It looks like a thumb, and it's a butte created by volcanoes and everything, just gorgeous. But we hugged the trees out there. It's like
My
my
druid ancestors would be very happy with that.
my nephew said, why don't we hug some trees? So we hugged trees, and you know what? We actually found a tree because some of the trees out there, the pinyon pines and others, they get weak. There was like a bark beetle infestation and things like that. So some of them get a little bit weak and they fall over on their own. They fall, roots and everything. Well, um, some of them don't uproot. Some of them just fall, but they still live. And there was this one tree that had fallen, but there was this other tree that was holding him up. And
Hmm.
Wow.
it was just a beautiful, and I actually, when I hugged the tree that was holding the other tree up, I said, thank you so much. That's just a beautiful ministry that you're doing. And of course I saw the National Geographic specials on, the world of trees and the community of trees. And I know that they have communities and that they're alive. They think, they love, they
Hmm.
have families and all that. So you're right. You're right. It's just a beautiful planet. There are so many beautiful things going on here, and we need to honor all of that beautiful creation.
It's all alive. That's the other thing. Lapis lazuli is a stone, but it's alive. It vibrates.
Yeah.
Crystals are very much alive. We know
Mm.
we put them in our computers and in our radios and TVs. So we know that that's a living being,
Yeah.
and we have to respect them that way too.
Yeah.
I take
Yeah.
care of my crystals as though they are my children because in a lot of ways they are, and I'm going to do one more bad thing.
As long as it doesn't involve ice cream and pizza, you're
No, it involves an orange creature.
An orange
that I
creature.
also I absolutely adore. This creature's crept
So
into my
sweet.
heart 3 years ago, and he's he's the best thing that ever happened to me. I love him,
Oh, how sweet.
and he chose to come to me. And the funny thing is, he's half Egyptian, and he was born on the
Oh,
birthday of Goddess Bast. So I know he was brought to me by the gods.
There you
there
go.
you
And
go.
he's just hanging out, so I grabbed him. Mm.
So cute.
Oh, his name is Oliver, and I did the play many, many times as the
Oh,
Dodger.
me too. Me too.
I
Yeah.
was the Dodger, and I was also Noah Claypole. I
Yeah.
was never small enough to be Oliver, and his name is Oliver.
Yeah. I played Stew Pot in South Pacific. I played Jesus in Godspell. I
I did.
played
I was at the St. Charles Theater on Broadway. I was
mhm.
an understudy. Well, the joke of that, that's the worst thing that ever happened. I was an understudy in 1977, and Jesus fell on a skiing trip, so I was Jesus for 3 weeks, and then he got better. He came back, and then Judas wanted to lead the show. So first I was Jesus, then I was Judas. And they inserted that into the playbill. I was
Oh, did they?
humiliated. I was humiliated. But that's the life of an understudy.
Well, you've had both sides of the polarity, right? According to Kabbalion, you got the
It was
extreme
just too
positive and
funny.
the
That's
extreme
too
negative.
funny. But in Judas, you get to sing "Prepare Ye," and it's a beautiful song.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a shofar in the beginning. You blow the shofar and you say, "Prepare ye the way of the Lord."
Yeah. Isn't that great? Yeah.
And on that note, we need to start wrapping up today's conversation. How can people get in touch with you guys? Ammon, how can people find you and enter your world?
Yeah, well, thank you very much, Hercules. Just really such a pleasure, and thank you. And you know what, I wanted to say thank you just really quickly, Michael, for one of the last times that we met that you said that my wife was here with me. And I've had
I see her. I do.
thank you. I appreciate that, because I feel like she's my angel. So
If
thank you
you
for
focus your eyes, you'll feel her
confirming that.
hands on both your shoulders because she's right behind you.
Mhm.
I can see her.
I have a I have a YouTube channel. It's
And
uh it's named after myself and my wife. It's Michael and Diane Duncan. It's Diane with two N's. Duncan like Dunkin' Donuts, but without the apostrophe. Michael and Diane Duncan. We have a bunch of we had celestial team meetings together, a lot of them, and some of my artwork is there and music. Michael and Diane Duncan, that's the YouTube channel. And then also, I have 5 albums and an EP that I've produced, and they're on various download and streaming sites, Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, so on and so forth. Just Google Reverend Michael Duncan. And then my email, if you want to get in touch with me, it's michaelduncan1@hotmail.com.
Thank you so very much. Are you on Facebook? I think I asked you last time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I haven't been able to find you. Can you find me and friend me? And
Sure, sure. Yeah, I've seen you. I've seen you on Facebook. Yeah.
okay, great. I'm looking forward to connecting there as well.
Okay.
And I had a dream and a meditation where Diane appeared.
You
So
did.
she is
Wonderful.
very much around and is very much involved. So
Wonderful. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you.
I'm
That's fantastic. Maybe eventually, maybe you could tell me about it. That would be wonderful.
we can definitely do that. I'll give you a call during the week.
Okay, thanks.
And Sedna, how can people enter your world?
Well, I am on Facebook under Michael K. Waterman. I'm also the Pernateru Temple, both on Instagram and on Facebook. I am Phone a Wizard because I'm the Wizard of Phone a Wizard. You can get me if you want to reach me by email. It's mkwaterman@icloud.com. You can reach me by phone if you want to schedule an appointment, or if you want to have more information about what I do. That's 516-650-3691. And you can get me on Michael K. Waterman, and I can bring you to everything else. And I've got different books coming out also myself, both on Lulu, and there's another Rose, a new place that's coming, things. So I'm very easily accessible.
Thank you very much. And I don't normally do this, but a book that I've been a part of for the past few years came out yesterday on Amazon.
Oh,
It's
all
called
right.
Theurgy, Seven Approaches to Divine Connection. And one of the things it says on the cover is, "Are you ready to meet the gods?" So if you're ready to meet the gods, you can read the book. My chapter is called "I Was a Teenage Theurgist." uh, and it's a great book. It started with conversations on one of my podcasts called Living Theurgy, which is part of the Voice of Olympus programming. And it's much like we were doing today, that we started and we kept going for around 7 years. And in the process, we wrote a book. So maybe this will happen here at some particular point in our conversations and in our activities. Thank you both very much for being here. I learned a lot. It's always good talking to both of you. I wish you success in all your endeavors, and I send lots of love to you and to those you're close to. Thanks also
Thank you.
to those who've tuned in to listen. Until next time, this is us wishing you joyous journeys and amazing adventures. Good night, everybody.
Good night. God bless.
Life, health, and prosperity to all.
You bet. Amen.